All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, I just watched a YouTube podcast during his interview. The kid's a great editor, but that's an old interview of that lady that is an FBI Chicago or former, or it used to be, whatever you want to call it. But great editing, uh, Mr. Greeno, but I'm in my shoes laughing because Mr. Greeno, you're asking questions that you yourself are solving for us, right? It's phenomenal. I can't believe it. But I broke out the scales of justice, and we're going to start weighing up the justice system in America. When you got people saying it's corrupt, nobody even believes the police anymore. Nobody believes any of the government people or whatever. Uh, you got problems, right? When you got these people hacking your channels to shut you down, when you got them creating gangs to try and kill you or take you down or whatever, uh, it's unreal. So what I did is I am breaking open. The Lord said, let's weigh this on the justice scales. And I do believe it's time we start weighing the justice scales. And uh, I cannot believe how much the people have been brainwashed and swayed. This takes Charlie Manson was baby crap compared to what we know now. Within YouTube, within the justice system. So we, the people, the ones that voted all these people in, the ones that work for us because we pay taxes, even if you don't make enough money, every time you go to the store and buy something, you pay taxes on it. They get their money. So, as we see right now, you see the scales of justice. Of course, my computer's going to lock up right now. They probably don't want me talking too much. But what we're seeing is people being swayed by podcasters in the case. We really don't know the truth of the case because we don't have all the evidence. Only the government has the evidence and the police. These people are screaming out for justification in Indiana that the whole system is broke. Justice system, healthcare, police, hospital, everything's broke down in Indiana. It's all corrupt. People dying that shouldn't be dying. So now we're going to put the justice system on the scales. It ain't me doing it, folks. It's the Lord. I do believe he's come, but he's only come to take these people that have been unjust. Um, yeah, I don't. It's just unbelievable. All edited, right? Uh, which we've seen that video. We've seen these sketches years ago. We've seen that interview that Mr. Greeno just had and was all edited. How did he do it? Everyone's, oh my God, how did he do it? I'll tell you. It's like a musician. It's like a magic man. He probably watched the interview before he made the video and he asked the questions and then edited in her answers. Right? I've seen it before. And this is the problem we're having because now everybody's going to believe that Anthony Greeno had a real interview with an FBI agent on his channel. And that lady has been all over giving interviews. So it wasn't hard to do or spot. And why do I say that? Well, Mr. Greeno would have brought up the double screen. We know Greeno. He would have brought up the double screen, and we would have actually seen her in real time, and not just clips. Right? I mean, these YouTube creators are good. They're good. And they can sway the masses. I need a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with some honey. But I got the scales of justice out, right? And this scale is going to weigh out all the unjust that these so-called authority people had and do have a grip on us. And I'm not buying any of this stuff because they have no authority over us. Right? They have no authority over me. Only God has authority. So I'm not buying their fake videos. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. And this is how these people sway. Like I said, this is bigger. This makes Charles Manson. And Charles, if you listen to Charles Manson's interviews, he even says it. Even some of the top guys that have been busted for very bad crimes have come out and said, "You think we're bad? The government is the biggest racket ever created." And Charlie Manson said the same thing. He's just baby crap. What we're seeing right now with this Delphi case, and I'd hate to say it, even the Summer Wells case, is people, family members that are either authority, police, government, whatever it may be, that are involved in bad shit, and they're covering it up. And now they got all the people coming out trying to save their asses. Government people, well, we know this guy. It's gone too far, folks. If you haven't noticed, I live in the United States of America, where it's about freedoms. Now, like I said, I got no beef with Anthony Greeno personally. I don't know the kid. He's a great YouTube creator, a great editor of stories. And the more we listen and the more we watch, a lot of people are saying this guy's lied. I don't know. But everyone deserves a second chance, right? So we let it slide. We give him a pass. Depending on what side of the government you're on. If you're on the government side, you give them a pass. If you're on the streets, the organization, this thing of ours, you give them a pass, right? No, I don't know. All I can say is America is on my scales, and it's being weighed. Definitely being weighed. I need to get a cup of tea real quick. I'll be right back. Of course, my internet's all locked up. You know, I'm going to call my computer company tomorrow, my internet company tomorrow, and say, you know what? I want some money back. For the past month, my internet has been completely crazy. And people have been calling me left and right. Right? Telemarketers or these idiots with hot phones that can't be traced or whatever. I looked up some of these names that have been calling me. Most of these people are dead. No, explain that. How are dead people calling us? Well, from hot phones, people using them. Fake numbers. All right, I got the tea going. So, what are we seeing? We're seeing channels be invaded by these uh, YouTube channels that have big followers. They're like Charlie Manson. Uh, they're swaying the people. I really don't care if people believe me or not. That ain't my job to sway the people. Uh, my job is to give my opinion on what I see. And what I see is a bunch of unjust in our country. And we've let these people get away with murder for way too long. We let them trespass on us for way too long. We let them scam, manipulate, rape, pillage the United States for way too long. And I ain't racist. I told you guys, I went to school with different nationalities, and I was never racist, right? So these people in Delphi have blamed it on everybody. It's like the Summer Wells case. It was the Mexican mafia, they said. I know the Mexican mafia didn't kill two girls. No way. The only way that they would do something like that is if these guys owed massive amounts of money for drugs. Maybe. We don't know. So, what's next in the Delphi case? What's next? Well, I think the authorities, the real authorities, not these bad actors that they have on this YouTube drama crime community or whatever, real government making decisions now. I think most of them are seeing that this case was flabbergasted, coerced, uh, created. Somebody did something wrong, and them two girls ended up uh, deceased. And I do think they're on the right trail with the people they have locked up and the people that they have caught. So, what do I think happened? I think America has been making bad calls. I think America should have never allowed people to be gay, to broadcast that it was okay. I think America sent a lot of us to hell with it. And they're blasphemy against Lord's word, Lord's creation, God's creation. I think we made bad calls in America. I really do. I think we made some bad calls. Well, I shouldn't say we, the politicians. Also, our churches made bad calls on allowing this. And I think that it's only punishment from God that we're all suffering from because a couple of these people made the wrong decision. I'm sitting here looking at these scales of justice. And it is a working scale. It does work. When you have the right people in there, the scales of justice work. If you got a bunch of corrupt people in there, it ain't going to work. So I imagine there'll be a lot of changes in the Delphi case. I imagine a lot of people will lose their jobs. I imagine a lot of these podcasters that held uh, these photos of these young girls, uh, like I said, they're not coming off the Delphi. We, the people, are not coming off Delphi. And now the justice system in Indiana, the healthcare system, and numerous things are being held and examined by the professionals and God. And they're weighing up the scales. The Lord's weighing up the scales, and it don't look good for America. It don't look good for Delphi, Indiana case, and it don't look good for some of these YouTubers. And they're trying to say that it's perfectly fine that these photos were leaked, and that's just part of a case that's usually happen. No, it's not fine. It ain't good. It usually don't happen. And there was a reason they did what they did. And it was a bad call. And now they have to suffer it. They have to be put on the scale of justice themselves. So I think we're on the right track. I think some of these YouTubers are guilty. Now, whether they see any time, who knows? But by law, they've broken the law by having possession of murder photos on an ongoing case. I know a lot of people hate me for it. I'm feeling the hate. I'm feeling these trespassers, these people that are very sick. Lord, if you can help these people, if you can bind them and set them aside, if they need binding, if not, and they just need a healing. In Jesus' name, can you heal them? Because they're killing me. So, what do I think? I think these people got themselves in a ringer. And we're looking at other countries and other states to come in and handle the threat that we're getting. I've been threatened myself by authorities, by people who think they're tough guys, but they're really not. When the shit starts flying here, you're going to see these people running. So I'm putting this whole justice system, podcasters and everybody, on the scales. And it's just a matter of time before, hello, Debbie, before real people come in and they start weighing things up. And then if the whole system is corrupt, judges, states, you got no choice, right? We will have to succumb to the evil or we'll have to fight our way out of it. But I can't stand for this injustice. And each day, the Delphi case, well, little at a time, the scales weigh up the unjust. Oh, wait. There we go. Now I got too much on this scale. I need to put some on this scale. Well, you get the picture, don't you? I think the Lord has come to weigh up the unjust. Right? Like I said, I got no personal beef with Anthony Greeno. I ain't hunting Anthony Greeno down. Not unless the government tells me to. But they're getting themselves into their own crap with fake interviews and fake videos. And does anyone agree? Like I said, my job is not here to sway the people. My job as a YouTube creator is to let you folks know when you're being swindled. And we're seeing a lot of people get swindled on YouTube. And we are being swindled, if not killed, literally. And if they want us to believe that this secret society is real and these people are killing people, well, why are there still buildings in America promoting these secret societies? It's either you join the masses or you'll be eaten up and spit out. Meaning they'll set you up for murders, crimes, and try to blame you for anything that ever happens in the rest of their lives. We've been through this, especially in Chicago. I've seen this all the time, right? Are we going to stand for it? Well, we have to, because if we stand up and fight, one side is going to call us patriots. The other side is going to call us terrorists. And now you folks got a little taste of the two-headed monster that you call the United States, the greatest country in the world. I say it's a two-headed beast, and it is killing us and the world. So what do we, the people, do? There's nothing we can do. You can call the police department. They're not going to listen to you. They'll tell you take your medication. A lot of people could have been saved. Uh, and here's what the thing is with justice. I've noticed that if you've ever been picked up with even a speeding ticket, anything really, um, automatically the police will point their finger at you first, even if you're innocent. Why? Well, because you got a record. So automatically they think, well, this guy must have done something because he's got a record in the past of whatever it may be, stealing or public intoxication, whatever it may be. So it is but even the justice scale is unjust and biased. Is my channel locked up again? Probably is. They don't want the truth out, I'll tell you that much. Boy, they're doing everything they can. I can just see it now. The Odins out there in the woods putting curses, hexes, and spells on me. Right? The witches, the aliens. It was aliens. Yeah, I could just see what's going to be happening in America pretty soon. We're being held hostage. Some of you folks are being held hostage from your own people. Right? Being held hostage. Binded. Innocent people. A lot of innocent people have died. A lot of innocent people have been judged. Right? Well, I think Jesus should come along and, I don't know, maybe try and even out them scales there. It's pointing to one side of madness. I don't know. I would say this is either the biggest psychosis ever recorded in America, or it's true what they're saying, and America has been hijacked by a bunch of white nationalist crazies. And they're in the woods hugging trees and sacrificing people, I guess. I don't know. We don't know no more. Right? Here we are. We have disabilities. I wonder if they are like Hitler and they're trying to get rid of people with disabilities so people can't claim Social Security. I wonder if they're getting rid of the old because they just don't want to pay Social Security no more. Gluttons they become. Evil. Pure evil. Right? They're killers. If you don't go along with what they say, they'll kill you. I don't think they ever been gone up against. I don't think anybody with real manpower and real weaponry has gone up against them because they hold all the power, the weapons, and mass destruction. Here we are held hostage, just build these things for us. And we'll let you live. Or just say this, and we'll let you continue to live. Right? We're all being held hostage by this justice system, religions. God is love. The devil is manipulation, lying, killing, sickness, madness. Somehow they got it all mixed up. that they don't know themselves. And when the people that are so-called professional and scientists and of worlds, when they can't figure it out, well, then you know it's really screwed up. So the scales of justice, I had to break my scales out, my antique scales. I'm going to start weighing up America. Who am I to even judge these people? I'm not the judger. I'm not the one that judges people. That's God's job, Jesus' job, not mine. I'm just a follower. Amen to that. There ain't nothing worth creating lies and madness to be famous, to get subs, views. I'm just not going to make up fake videos with altered videos and interviews and photographs. And I'm sorry. I can't do that. I don't want no part of America if that's how they run their justice system or journalists. I can't believe this dog is still sleeping. She's out like a light, laying here. I think she's full. I gave her a little bit of sweet and sour chicken. I know I shouldn't have done it, but every time she's there, when I'm eating, she sits right by me and looks at me like, and you're not going to give me any. I broke down. I gave her a little bit of sweet and sour chicken, and boy, she loved it. She loved it. But the owner said, just a little bit. I can't give her a lot. So I think it might have knocked her out, though. I think she just had, well, she had her regular dog food, half a cup. And she ate all that like it was going out of style. And then I made the mistake of opening up my sweet and sour chicken. And then all heck broke loose. Then she's like, that's sweet and sour chicken, I think. I was like, yeah. Of course, I had to give her some. Well, maybe she does, Debbie. But I'll tell you what, this Delphi case, this whole thing of these people being swayed by it, and then when you bring this up, hey, these people are swaying people. They were trying to control the case, the outcome of the case. This whole Odin thing, uh, it was a giant group of this Odin worshippers, white nationalists. I believe that. I live in Indiana on the outskirts of Upper Peninsula here, Mishawaka, Michiana, they call it. They've killed me 1,000 times. These white boys, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm still here. And here's the thing. I'm actually on the side. For once in my life, clean and sober, I'm actually on the government side and the police side on this. I don't think it was the Odins. I think it was something else, and it was made to look like something that it wasn't. And maybe it was one person that maybe was, or maybe it was a small group that broke away. Maybe at one time they were Odins, or they worship it, or they're into it like a hobby or whatever. But as a national group of a giant Odinist cult, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's something other. Yeah, I think it'd be shocking. It has to do with something. And I've said this before, something around something around that family or something. Or someone the girls knew or something. If it is evil, we got to deal with these podcasters if they are evil themselves. We're going to have to deal with this because it is making the justice system unjust. And I was actually on the police side. I believe they were on the right track and picking up Keegan Klein and the others down there, and Chadwell and the rest of them down there. I was actually on their side. But the masses are saying that the police are corrupt. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a cop, so I wouldn't know. Right? It is a massive Manson family. It makes Charlie Manson look like baby crap. Excuse me. It really does. This is a giant mass psychosis or a giant mass brainwashing, and every organization is in on it. A coup to take over America, the justice system, maybe, or just maybe a chemical attack, and these people are losing their minds, or the guilt of them playing God amongst the people, and the justice system has finally taken its toll, and they've all gone mad. I don't know. I've had enough of it for tonight. But there you go, folks. The scales of justice are right there for you. Like I said, I don't have any beef with these people. But it's obvious now. I know why people are carrying weapons around with them, because it's become unsafe. Debbie Fox says, they are all just using that excuse, Johnny, for evil. Yeah. Oh, I feel the evil. They're doing some magic witchery stuff on me or something. I feel it, Debbie. I feel what they're doing. Excuse me, I'm drinking some tea. I don't know, maybe it's somebody around me or around the neighborhood, Debbie. I don't know. But definitely something's attacking me and attacking America. I do believe we are under attack. The whole Delphi thing, man, it'll be years and years before we ever find out the truth. Right? If this was such a strong case and it was the Odins, man, defense should have waited for the court date. And they blew it. But I don't think it was the Odins. I think we got the right guys. I think we got the right guys, and I think this is an ongoing case. And I do believe we are hunting down other people involved in this case. I need to drink a tea. You're right. It will be years. It'll be years before we see this case in court. There's a good chance he might walk. He might be the killer. That's what I'm trying to tell people, and they're like, "What are you talking?" You know, he might be the killer, but these people leaking it, these podcasters, this defense or whatever it was, leaking this information, caused the case. Hopefully, they don't do that. Hopefully, this case makes it to court. But I do believe they're onto the right track with Keegan Kline and the rest of them idiots that they picked up. Now, Richard Allen could have been a scapegoat, just somebody that was walking down the trail at the right time, and the real killers used his photo or video, him walking down the tracks, and just used the video. And that's it. We don't know. We could be dealing with a bunch of really smart psycho killers where the girls were already dead and Richard Allen was just walking down the bridge at the wrong time. Right? I keep trying to tell people that, and they're like, "It's impossible." Well, no, not if they had the phone. The girls were already dead and they had the phone. If they had the phone for so long, they could have made it look like anybody did it. And people think that it's not possible, and I'm like, it's very possible. If they had that phone for at least 3 hours, it's very possible everything you're hearing and seeing on that phone was not real. Meaning everything on that phone was put on there. Possibly, I don't know. Is it possible? I do believe it is possible. Debbie Fox says they could have, but why did he tell his wife he did it? We don't even know if that's true, Debbie. We don't even know if that's true. He could have said anything being stressed, under stress, being interrogated. If these are white nationalists, then they're like Nazis. And if they're anything like the Nazis that were around in World War II or one or whenever it was, uh, they'll make you talk. They'll make you confess to things you don't want to confess to. So it's possible. I highly doubt it, though, folks. I highly doubt that. We would be hearing more about these interrogations uh, and police officers that were Nazis, nosies, or whatever they call them. Like I said, um, it seems very odd. But then again, it might be some secret organization and a mass group of people. It's hard to fight a mass group of people. Yeah, it'll go on for years, Debbie. Oh. It'll probably be a couple years before we see any court date, maybe a year. You have to figure if he gets new. Well, Supreme Court is looking at it again. So if they get rid of the judge and the lawyers, then that means they'll have to appoint a judge. They'll have to appoint new lawyers, which then the lawyers are going to want to go over every single thing. And that's going to take time. What does he have left if they do have evidence on him? If they have DNA on him, what's his best defense? He's crazy. And he'll probably act like he's crazy. Maybe. All right. I'm done with Delphi for a while. It just gets crazier and crazier each day. I think we're dealing with the devil, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. All right. God bless you all. Have a great night. Be safe. Lock your doors at night. And hopefully justice prevails and God saves us all. Thank the Lord for another day. Right? Hopefully they make some sense out of this stuff. You know, we don't even want to be pulled over. If it's that unjust, if this state is that unjust, we don't even want to be pulled over anymore by the police. If you want to question me for something, you can call my house or contact my lawyer. But other than that, no, really, people are talking. We just don't want this madness no more. There's a lot of talk going on around, and there won't even be people pulling over for police. Now they're complaining because people are not pulling over when there's red lights behind them and the police are trying to get to a crime scene. They're complaining now about people that are not pulling over for ambulances. And now it was on the news the other day. People are like, people just are, right? People just don't care no more. about authorities. They just don't. America's gone. We got to revamp it, fix it. Uh-oh, Page Turner's sending them goons again. You mean them demons? You ain't gonna bind me. You ain't gonna. Jesus already paid for all my sins on the cross. I don't know what sins you're talking about, people. I have no idea what you're talking about. Right? I ain't a sinner that way, I can tell you that much. There's one thing I don't do. I don't rip the people off. I don't make fake videos. Well, I do when I'm doing movie stuff or monkeying with people or whatever. I don't kidnap, pillage, rape, and pillage and kill my own country or anyone else's. So I think I'm pretty good. And I've never worshipped the devil or prayed to the devil or sold my soul for anything, because there's nothing worth the life that God created on this earth. Right? Life is good, although we're dying, but life is good. And everybody is dying a little bit each day. And especially in this Delphi case, good God, it's just getting crazier. So now the scales of justice are broke out, and now we put the justice system on our own scales. Our own. We're putting the justice system that we believe in on the justice scales of life. Right in front of you. There it is, the scales of life. I don't know. You figure it out. No, I haven't pillaged anything. Right? I haven't done nothing. The Lord said, straighten your act up. I did. I quit drinking a long time ago. I quit doing a lot of things, folks. I changed. I had kids, family, nieces, nephews. I changed my life. Right? I was a hellraiser back in my day. I really didn't care about nothing. So those rings weigh the same as that crack pipe. What crack pipe? Where? That ain't a crack pipe. That's for the top of the scale, idiot. What an idiot. It's a crack pipe. Is he talking about this? Are you talking about that? Or where's it? Where's the camera? That's part of the scale, you idiot. What an idiot. Crack pipe. No, I don't smoke crack. Sorry. I know how to make it, but I don't smoke it. I don't do it. Sorry. They'll do anything to try and get me in the lockup. It's the same thing that happened when they tried to bamboozle me, right? Everybody, you're nuts, you're crazy. They brought me in front of some psychologist. And they're like, why are you here? I'm like, well, I had an accident. And they're like, yeah, we know that. Right. You got problems in your head, but you haven't hurt nobody. And you seem like a pretty reasonable guy. And I'm like, I don't go looking for trouble. I really don't. But I'm not like everyone else because I have a disability. So automatically they're like, put him away, right? He don't go along with our plan. And what's their plan? to take over America and ransack it, right? Become rich and famous and control the masses. I'm sorry, I did not go along with their program. I do agree with the scientists or the psychologist or whatever. I do have a problem, but like they also said, you're not a violent person. We don't have to lock you up in a nut hut, right? You only react and protect yourself. You're not deliberately going out and hurting people and stuff like that. And they wanted to send me to a nut plate, Guantanamo. They're like, "Are you guys nuts?" I didn't go along with Indiana's program or these people, whoever they are, these people in power, these, I guess, white nationalists, they call them. I don't know, folks. I had no idea about racism. I grew up in a different time than you folks were. I went to school with people that were different colors. I even went to school with some Cubans. And they cook a pretty good sandwich. I know, Debbie Fox. Debbie's laughing. Oh, Paige. I know Paige is saying that's a crack pipe. It's the top of the scale, you idiot. Why are they always trying to get me to think that I'm the right? All because I don't agree with their Delphi case. They're all like, "Oh, he must be a crackhead. He's on that." Well, no. You should have caught me 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, I was then. But now, no. I just have a disability. I had an accident. Well, people do it to me all the time. If you're a little bit different than a normal person, they label you as a nut job. If you do things different, they label you a left winger, right? You're a radicalist. Why are you thinking that way? I don't know. What country do you folks live in? I live in the United States. It's a zoo. It's a zoo. What country do you folks live in where you're telling the American people that everything is okay, that the Delphi case is okay? These are normal things. These just happen. It's normal. What is wrong with her? Are you okay? Boy, she must have been in a deep REM sleep because she was just, it was almost like she was. I hope she's okay. Maybe it was the sweet little tiny piece of sweet and sour chicken I gave her. I don't know. I hope we make it through the night, kiddo. Oh, she's already put her head back down and went back to bed. I know he tries so hard to get me so in trouble. Debbie, this has been going on for 20 years with me. People saying I did this, I did that. I got 900 kids. They have just been running me through the ringer. I got the police, the FBI, the government. Everybody's going, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Here's the proof I needed. I'll be getting my A-team lawyers together, and the lawsuits will be coming. They're like, are you kidding? For 12 years, I've been right here on this camera. I might take a break and go cut someone's lawn or something for a couple hours, but then I'm right back at home because, God, how is he doing? I ain't been done nothing, you idiots. You people are so blinded by Satan. They're doing everything they can to get me to keep my mouth shut. And all I'm doing is voicing my opinion on a case. That's it. Nah, I don't care. I ain't got no kids. What kids? They ain't even that. One day they call, they say they're your kids. The next day they call and say they're not your kids. We have no idea. We got to go through the whole DNA testing and everything with all these kids and fake child. This is just madness. They really did a number on America. Right? We got people laughing at us because we've been paying child support on someone else's kid and not even knowing it. All because the government came to you with a piece of paper saying, "No, it's your kid." Are you sure? Kid. Or is it a midget in a baby suit? I'm not sure. Yeah, we've been bamboozled or whatever they could bamboozled. I don't know. We're just, I guess we're just puppets for this country. I guess I don't know. Don't worry, they'll be treating us real good come election time. Well, they'll want us into the voting polls. I'm gonna write my name on my voting thing, and I'm gonna check. The like I said earlier, I was at the grocery store, and there's a guy out there taking signatures for one of their people to run for mayor or Congress or Senate, whatever it is. And he was getting signatures for it. Uh, I'm going to write my name on the ballot come election time. They'll be treating us good then. Well, election time, they'll want us in the polls. We'll be kings for that day and that day only. Right? Everyone around you will be asking, "Did you go vote? Did you go vote?" That's what everyone does around me. You got to go vote. What am I going to vote for? More torture from you people? More threats from you people? What's wrong, babies? Why is she breathing hard? What is wrong? What? Why are you breathing so hard? Is it this dang thing that's on her? What? Oh, she's rolling over. She wants me. I notice her belly is real big. What? Oh boy, now she rolled over on her back and she wants me to pet her stomach. All right. I don't know. Maybe I should take the harness off of her. Take that harness off. Is that what you're saying? Maybe it will. I don't know if I should bother her right now. She just rolled over on her back. She's laying on her back, her legs spread, sleeping away. Maybe next time she wakes up, Debbie, I will take this harness off of her. Or maybe she's just so tired and she's in a deep sleep just till her food settles. Hold on, let me take this off of her. I'm getting worried. Here, come on. Let me take this off. Come on. Yeah. All right, come on. All right. There we go. All right, now you can go. There you go. You lay down now. I don't know. She was panting in her sleep, so oh, there she goes all over again. Man, she is already out that fast. Ah, God bless her little soul. All right, where were we? Ah, the scales of justice. I love this country, but it ain't working out too good. It just ain't working out, Dalton. What happened to Paige Turner? She got tired of picking on me. That's all right, Paige. Oh, well. Are you okay? Yeah? Look at the belly on her. No, you're getting too big. No, you need to cut down. I think that's why they told me only feed her a half a cup of food twice a day. No, you've been spoiled for too long. You've been spoiled for too long. Too many shish kebabs and well. Back to the scales of justice. Nah, she's tired. She's making me tired by just watching her be tired. Nah, it was a love affair that started years ago. When I first met her, well, she couldn't stand me. Wouldn't even let me pet her. And as the years gone by, I worked on her, buttered her up. Now she's just butter in my hands. Well, what can you do? I have that way with people and animals. I didn't, Debbie, I only gave her a half a cup of food. And a small, tiny half a chicken nugget. And that was it. And she wanted more, right? I gave her that little half a piece of chicken nugget, sweet and sour. And she came running back for more. I was like, nope, ain't getting that. Well, one time I bought a full thing of biscuits and gravy from the gas station. Came home, opened it up, put it on the coffee table here, got my YouTube channel on. I was going to watch a YouTube channel. It was Sunday morning. Ran down to throw my clothes in the dryer real quick. Came back, and she was licking her chops, and I was like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, I went and sat down at the couch here, and I'm like, where is my biscuits and gravy? And then I looked down in her bed, and there was the whole container of biscuits and gravy, and she just devoured like 2 muffins and a bunch of biscuits and gravy in a heartbeat. It was gone. And she's so small, I can't believe she even got up on the table. I don't even know how she figured it out, but she got up on the table and pulled it all off of there and just ate it all. Nah, little bugger. How can you stay mad at her? You remember that, Debbie? I think I was doing a live. Or I went live afterwards after it happened, and she ate the dang whole thing. I had to go back to the gas station and get more biscuits and gravy. She's spoiled. She can't get comfortable. Maybe it's the bed they sent me with. She just won't get. Maybe I'll turn the bed. It looks like one side of the bed is lower than the other. Maybe I'll fix that for her. I don't know. I'm going to get off this contraption. What time is it? 11:30. I'm done. Or 11:30. I'm done with this video. Thank everyone for stopping in. God bless everyone. All glory goes to God. Amen. And Lord, we got a problem with our justice scale. Yes, you are still hungry. Yeah, I was hungry. God dang it, I was upset. She ate the whole dang thing. Whole thing. She even had it all in her hair. She had it all in her hair. She's a very messy eater. She's a very messy eater. Even when I feed her dog food, Debbie, she picks it up and she carries it everywhere. It's like she picks up a piece, drops it, picks another piece out of there. She's a very picky eater. I can't live with a woman like that. Or a dog. Yes, you have a good night, everybody. God bless you. I'll talk to you later.